Bullpen is the only Mafia news station.
Where is Epstein today to say that Clinton is a liar? He's dead. So that's why Clinton can do what he's doing. He can just keep his mouth shut. And excuse me, he committed suicide in jail. I'm sure that is another thing that the deep state has buried beyond belief that we can't find. So they hold the two correction officers that were supposed to be watching him. They fire them, they discipline them, but that's it. That's as far as the investigation went. But that's a total joke. Epstein.
That's a joke.
Sammy did time at MCC, right?
In that same area, in the hole. I was in the same exact area.
I'm
and
sure.
There's cameras, there's guards, there's everything under the sun. There's so many questions with that. Now he had a cellie. So a lot of times when you're in the hole in MCC, the place is packed. You got a cellie. Right. He had a cellie. Why would they take his cellie out? So now he's alone. I mean, this is so set up, it's crazy.
Yeah,
you were the guards who were there all the time. There's always guards, even late at night. And they fell asleep. That's bullshit. They run shifts. They walk every so often. You know that. The whole thing is bullshit. So, again, if it's all bullshit, then he didn't commit suicide. Just killed him.
No, I agree. I don't think he did.
Sure would have answers to it.
Absolutely.
And then, the way he committed, then there was, I forgot who it was, a doctor went there and said the way his neck was broken, it wasn't from hanging. It was like from a chokehold or something like that. And they broke his neck.
He had the hamate bone broken. And the hamate bone being broken means you were strangled. It was not hanging from, you don't break the hamate bone if you hang. Yeah,
it goes up.
Only when you grab it and you press and you strangle, that's how you break it. And he had the hamate bone broken. So
all these little facts all around it. The cameras were broke. Everybody was sleeping.
Yeah.
They moved his cellie. It's so fucking laid out. It's like it's a cartoon.
Absolutely.
To me, it's a cartoon.
They also said to add to this, they gave him a new set of either sheets or towels too, so that they wanted people to believe that he used these new sheets or towels to hang himself. That was another thing that came out later on after, that's actually recent. So, I guess I would tell you one thing just about.
Let me jump in at that point because I was there. To get a fucking sheet or a towel, I would have to fucking rip it in 8 million pieces and say, give me another sheet. That could why they treated him good. They gave him extra sheets and blankets. Another complete bullshit story.
I know.
There's a lot of times that they tell you, well, we don't have no toilet paper. Give me fucking toilet paper. I need toilet paper. They didn't want to even give you that. So, but him, he got special treatment. They took care of him. They loved him. This is so sick. It's a sick conversation.
I had Gregory Scarpa, who was with me for years, talking to me. And we moved him from AdMax in Colorado to the MCC. And to your point, he came in every day when he came in to talk to us. He cursed the shit. He said, you can't believe what it's like there. Same thing. I don't have the sheets. I don't have the towels. They keep the light on all night. So for them to try to pretend that they were keeping Epstein, they were giving him special privileges for a reason only to set up the story that he committed suicide, in my opinion. That's the only reason why.
Without a doubt. That's why I say I was there for months and months and months ago. And not once. I had left. I came back. I was in that hole. I mean, I know that place like the back of my hand. I was almost charged with an attempted escape from that place. So I know this place backwards and forwards. I know what the windows are made out. You're not doing the fuck out of here. Their guys could commit suicide. Some guys. It's really, really not that easy. Everybody thinks it might be easy, but it's really not that easy. You have to have this rope and tie it to something. You got to put it around your neck. You got to tie your hands in between your legs. You got to do all kinds of things because I don't care who you are, even a person who wants to commit suicide. When you're dangling, if your hands are free, you're going to grab it. When you're losing oxygen, you're grabbing it at that, and you're going to fight it. So he didn't do anything like that because he's a perfect suicide guy.
Yeah, the worst.
So, I mean, Yeah.
The worst story I've ever heard. I mean, it's just, and people believe it. There are some people who believe it, that he killed
I
himself.
don't really think there's that many people who believe it, but where you're going to go and who the fuck cares? He's a
Yeah,
piece of shit. So if they killed him, they killed him. That's a lot of people that I know. That's their attitude. Sam, who cares?
yeah,
And I agree. I have no love for the guy.
neither.
It's the cover-ups after cover-ups are so blatant that I say, they couldn't do something else. You know, make a guard with a big black eye and he hit the guy, he was running out, we shot him on the way out. Make up a story that sounds a little real.
Get it together, deep
Yeah,
state.
get it together. I mean, you're talking about a cartoon. So, but listen, how many guys who did time who are in MCC? Probably a handful, really. Hundreds, but
Yeah.
it's so the people don't know. Some of
No.
these people who say, he committed suicide. I would like to say, okay, would you go in that cell for one night, one day, and tell me if you, I mean, you probably want to commit suicide after a while, but you can't. They don't, because there'd be guys left and right. I talked with the warden of the ADEX, Supermac, Bob Hood, great guy, and they had some suicides there, but guys are there for years and years and years, and it's not easy. I was in the ADX too. I mean, I don't know where the fuck you would try to hang yourself. It would be very awkward and very, very, very hard. You'd have to really try to think this out. Like I'm saying, you'd have to get rid of your hands. I don't care who you are. You're always going to struggle for survival once you stop breathing. You might want to do it while you're conscious. Once you're in it, you want to get out of it.
Yeah,
So you
absolutely.
have
I
to,
agree.
like I said, you have to put your hands under your legs where you could actually tie it tight and your hands are stuck under there. When you're up in the air, you can't get your hands out. You're wiggling. You're doing this. You're doing that.
Well, Gordon Hood said that they used starvation. So he had to sit in on hundreds of involuntary feedings and bring in medical and do all, because it was such psychological torture, the loneliness that
they
people
wanted to kill themselves.
Yeah.
So they can't just hang themselves. They would have done that. Yeah. But what they do, they starve themselves. So eventually they just die, peter out. So and even there, I was there. So they come in if you're not eating, and they tell you, why ain't you eating? Because they watch your food when it comes back, or you're throwing it out. There's cameras all over the place there too. Mm-hmm. So you say, I'm going to kill myself. Good. That's all they got to hear. They come in, they strap you up, and they'll force feed you. They'll put tubes in your nose that are shooting down your throat, and they force feed you. They don't allow you to kill yourself. So it's not that easy.